Hello and welcome to the Mystical Paintress. Today we are painting with a kitty on our shoulder. This is not an uncommon sight in my studio. Often I will have kitties jump on my shoulder. This kitty in particular. I have a couple, claw in the neck, not good, I have a couple pictures of my kitty on my shoulder out there. So today's shout out is going to go to agents, all the agents out there, the agents for movie contracts and professional athletes and all the people out there busting their butt so that people have success in their careers. This shout out's for you. Thank you. You are appreciated. So I am working on this subconscious painting. I started this the other day with my eyes closed, and now I want to elaborate on it a little bit. So I thought I would just do a quick video, and everybody at home could just kind of think, what's she up to now? Nobody ever really knows what I'm up to. I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but I watched the movie Rocket Man, Elton John's life story, and I could really relate to that. I was also an only child, and also had this unquenchable thirst to be artistic and different and dress crazy and be an entertainer and do art, and it's just a part of me. I actually found this picture the other day. There's me when I was little, posing, dressing up. I was even painting and drawing back then too. I was doing portraits of the secretaries that worked with my mom. My mom was a secretary. And I'd go to work with her sometimes and I would paint that. Of course, it probably didn't look very much like anything at the time, but okay, so here we are. And I am going to elaborate on this a little bit. This is a big canvas, and I just feel like it needed more. It needed more. So we're going to do a little more here. Round and round she goes. Isn't this fun? I think this is great fun. Not really sure what I'm doing, but that's kind of what makes it fun. Is not really being sure what you're doing. So, oh, sorry about that. Must be allergic to that kitty cat jumping on my shoulder. Shapes are good practice. They're good practice for neurological eye-hand coordination and fine motor skill memory. If you do something enough, the nerves get really good at it, and that's the only way I could say it. That's why I can draw and paint with my right hand when I use my left hand. Not so much. I don't have as much practice. And that's what it is. It's practice, just like professional athletes practice, and the more they practice their skill, the more they hone in on it, the better they get. Okay, so, you know what? I have a crazy idea. You ready for this? I want you guys to try this at home. Ha! Or should I say, don't do this at home. I always end up with oil paint all over my hands. Today I had black paint on my face. My clothes, every article of clothing that I have has paint on it. So I'm an artist. I'm okay with that. Well, that was kind of crazy, huh? Yuck, yuck. Good thing I have awesome rags right here. Good to go. No problems in life, only solutions. Anticipate problems, avoid pitfalls, and you'll have nothing but solutions. Oh, here comes the kitty. All right, So I put my hand on there. I was doing some just kind of like mindless doodling and some kind of what looked like cave drawings. They were really fun, and the way I did those was I just kind of drew like a shape like this, and then, you know, I did some shapes like this and like this. I know people might not believe this, but I really do think there is a market out there for this kind of art where people would really dig having it in their house. Just because it's, you know, some subconscious craziness. I don't know, maybe not. I'm just doodling right now. This isn't a commission, it's not for a client. It's just for me. And really, I just wanted to show you that I had kitties on me when I paint. And I wasn't really intending on doing a long painting. This video series has just been so much fun. I've been taping every day. I get up in the morning, I do my physical therapy exercises, I make a coffee in my Keurig, I journal in my book, sometimes I go out and I look at nature, and I come up in the studio and I play. And that's my life now. I lived a whole life of going to work every day, 9 to 5, and teaching and working with America's youth and doing all that stuff. I did it. And I put in my time with that. And that's over. Now I'm free to be the mystical paintress. And absolutely in heaven, I love it. So, don't know exactly what I'm doing, but sometimes people who interest me the most are the people really into art, really looking at art and talking about art. And maybe it's just because of how my mind works, but art to me, it's life. And so, you know, I'd rather talk about art and artists and look at art and do all that than just about anything else. I do love nature, I do love animals, but I don't like, you know, petty, superficial conversations about things that don't interest me. And I'm not the only artist with that. I remember talking to Mary Rupp, who was the very first female illustrator in the country, a great friend of mine. I loved her to death. She passed away this year. She said, Tammy, never lose your intensity. She said, without intensity, no one will ever be really great. And she said, you have an energy that's unlike anything. So that meant a lot to me. But she always said that she didn't have time for anybody, like neighbors who wanted to talk about their grandkids and stuff. She really didn't care. She just wanted to talk to artists and talk art. First female teacher at Center of Creative Studies, first female illustrator in the country. She used to have to sign her paintings M. Rupp because if she said Mary, she wouldn't get the jobs. What an amazing lady she was. She taught me some great stuff. I'm lucky enough to have a few of her original paintings. Sorry, this is not edited, and sometimes my brain is way ahead of me. Yeah, so getting back to the painting here, this is pretty crazy. I wonder how many artists have done this. I bet you a lot of them have traced their own hand. Shit, I bet most of you out there have traced your own hand. That's nothing special, but it sure was fun to do it. And I had a hoodie on my shoulders for part of the time. So when it comes to, you know, painting like this, I just think it's so freeing. It's a lot of fun. It's very gratifying also to paint, you know, portraits. And oh God, I love painting pets, people's pets so much. And it just feels so good when they're done. And then when when the pet owners get them, it makes them so happy. Oh, I love painting them. And portraits, you know, I did a portrait of my grandfather. He was cremated, so they used that at the funeral. It meant a lot to a lot of people, and me as well. I gave the painting to my mom. But painting like this is just sometimes real fun because it's just for you. And really, if I don't want to post this video, nobody has to ever even see this. Probably will though, just because it's kind of cool. I had a kitty on my shoulders. So anyway, time and space. When I'm painting, I lose track of time and space. I forget where I am, and I forget, you know, what day it is, what time it is. Where you are, that's an interesting topic, isn't it? Geography. Geography has caused me some grief in my life. But that's not a subject for painting. Okay, so it's starting to look like something fun. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Mystical Paintress, and I will see you next time.